Now we're going to take a moment to hear deeply personal insights on race from our participants. Here are 3 small group interviews, each running 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to be seeing 3 different participant groups: African American, white, and mixed race. A huge thank you to these volunteers. They volunteered without knowing the questions beforehand. When each panel finishes, please pause the video. Together, quietly write down a key emotion and share it with your colleagues. Hold the silence and return to watch the next panel. After the final 3rd interview, turn to each other and hold a powerful debrief. Walter begins by encouraging everyone to speak on their own behalf. They are not representing their group or the entire race. Instead, listen to what life has taught each of them personally about race in America.
I'm a black, middle-class straight man in his 50s. Our identities matter. My experience as a black man is not the same experience as all other black men. Certainly not the same experience as a black woman. We don't want you to forget your other identities. Race is the headline. That's what we're talking about. But be comfortable saying, as a black person that identifies as gay, or as a woman, or as a person in my 20s. In other words, you're not speaking on behalf of all of your race. You're speaking on behalf of you. I have just a few questions, and after I ask a question, each of you will have about a minute to answer. So the first question is, what is your personal experience with being an African American in this country at this time?
Right now, I feel like it's a great time to be an African American, and I say that because I feel like everybody is coming to this point in life where they're waking up to the truth. And when I say the truth, I mean the equality that everybody deserves. But I just wish that more people will wake up.
I feel actually a lot of pressure right now to do more and to give back, because there's been like a greater call for more representation, at least in my line of work, where there's this opportunity. We want African Americans to speak up and to represent, but it also can feel a bit burdensome to feel like you have to be a representative for the whole race.
Yeah.
For me to look a little bit deeper and get more connected to my communities, because I grew up in a very diverse community and I've always kind of moved in diverse circles. So to kind of connect more to just the African American community, this is a great opportunity for me to do that. But it also brings pressure with
It's a lot of pressure.
Right, and I don't want to let people down either.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, being black in America right now is a mix of feeling the current challenges that exist within our society, the things that have existed for a long time in terms of the different forms of racism against black folks, how they manifest in different ways.
Yep.
And then contrasting that with the feelings of empowerment and pride as an educator, as someone who specifically focuses on supporting black youth. And that's what gives me a faith in knowing that that we as black folks are not just surviving in this world, in this country, but that we're ultimately thriving.
Thriving, yeah. Nice, thank you. What are some challenges that you have faced being black?
Being just the only one in a lot of the circles I'm in. So just not seeing other people that look like me and feeling like I'm a representative of the whole race, which I'm not at all.
Some challenges that I face is not fitting in with my own people sometimes. You'll relate to somebody who looks totally different from you just because that person's heart matches your heart, you know what I mean? So I see a different side of the world than a lot of other my peers do. Like, they see the world as hopeless, you know? So that leaves me feeling isolated from my own people.
One of the challenges that I really want to address and work through is intergenerational trauma. the ways that anti-Black racism has impacted, my family, the communities that I'm a part of, and just Black culture in our society. And also, as I engage with Black youth, like really emphasizing what it means for us to heal from some of those, wounds of not feeling like we're enough, or not feeling like we fit into certain places, or thinking that, for example, education is not for us, but recognizing that these are limitations that were imposed upon us for generations.
Yeah, I totally agree with James with the intergenerational trauma, particularly with men in relationships with our fathers and in the Black community. It's a big thing that within our family, we're trying to figure out how to even begin the healing process.
What do you like about being African American or being Black in this country?
When I think of being Black, I think of empowerment. I mean, toss this term around, resilience, right? Being resilient. Sometimes it can be, to our detriment. Oh, well, you should just be strong because you're Black. You've endured so much.
Right.
But I think when you flip that, you really recognize the joy. So Black joy, and how we as Black folks have consistently been able to be very creative in our approaches to contribute, so much of who we are to have a voice and to have a vision of what is possible.
Nice.
And I think that's so much of what Blackness represents.
Yeah, but again, that can be a detriment, like working just like too hard. How many jobs you got, right? But that resilience, that way to find humor in things and to move forward and don't look back, keep moving forward. I have a lot of pride around this. And it's just cool. I love just culturally the music, the art that comes out of.
I see it in your face.
Yeah, I have a lot of pride. I didn't always, but I have it now.
Right.
Yeah.
And as we grow and evolve and learn more about ourselves and how we can contribute to the world, we start to gain more positive and powerful attributes.
So when you think about white people in general or people of other races, is there one thing that you would say, I want you to know this about my experience?
We just wish that we could be acknowledged for who we are as people, as independent people, as powerful people, and we want to be respected, And if we could just get that acknowledgement and the respect for the past, the present, and the future, that we wouldn't have a problem.
How race is something that we made up. We created these categories, this hierarchy where, whiteness is at the top, whiteness equals humanity, and, Blackness is inherently evil or the opposite of white, right? Do they ever question their assumptions and their association with what is right as being inherently white and what is wrong and bad as inherently Black?
I guess I want to share that the playing field really is not equal. Like, I come from a fairly middle-class family, but even in that, that's not equal because there is no generational wealth. My parents started from nothing, and my grandparents even more so. There's nothing to fall back on. And also just in confidence and self-worth. There's this underlying feeling less than that, and I think prevails with, at least from my experience.
Thank you, panel. And listeners, what I'd like to ask all of y'all to do, having heard their truths, is use your emotional wheel, if you need to, and write down one word for how you feel having heard their sharing.
Grateful and moved.
Moved.
Powerless, optimistic, and proud.
Thankful.
Enthralled.
Moved.
Enriched.
Compassionate. So panel, after seeing what you just saw, do you feel heard? Do you feel heard?
For me, it feels a little incomplete because I feel like my story is a little incomplete without hearing like my grandmother's story, my mother's story, like the thread to where I am today.
Yeah. It was an eye-opener for myself, learning how I really felt about things that I've always just felt but never put in words. Like, wow, you feel like that? Like, you know? So yeah, it was an eye-opener.
Thank you, Martin. And James.
For me to share, I felt vulnerable to some extent, but at the same time, I felt, connected, and I really appreciate the space.
Thank you all so very much for being honest, for being vulnerable, for being transparent. Thank you.
Thank you.
We thank our studio participants. So now, take 2 minutes to quietly reflect or take notes. Write down a key emotion from the emotion wheel and share it with your colleagues. Return and watch panel 2. In video 11, witness our technology of change having conversations. This time with white Americans. Open your heart, discover new truths, and apply your new conversation skills. To access the series, click on the playlist.